Alright, so before we get started with our fishing lab, we need to make a few alterations to this packet. So you need to go ahead and flip to the Goldfish Lab in your packet. We need to make some changes here. Okay, so first changes we need to make. Down here at the table, we're going to change up the table a little bit. Okay, I want you to scratch out these headings right here. The first two headings, scratch that out. Alright, we're going to divide this column into two columns. The left side is going to be the number of tagged fish, or you just put number tagged. And this is going to be the total in the sample. Number that are tagged, total that are in the sample. The next column is going to be your ratio of tagged as a percent. So remember, you put part to whole and change your part to whole to a percent, right? And then to find this, you're going to use a ratio box of part to whole, but this is your sample and this is your population. Alright, highlight this line right here with pink, and it's going to go in that box right there. Whatever number you get is going to go in that part of your ratio box because it's part of the total population. And you'll see why it's part here in a minute. Alright, down here, highlight it blue, the actual number in the population. Down there. And we're eventually going to take that actual number and you need to change it to a percent. So you'll put the part. So you would end up doing actual tagged over actual population and make it a percent. Okay? Your pink number over your blue number. Alright, so this is what you're going to do. Your bag represents a pond or ocean, whatever body of water you prefer it to represent. Okay? I want you to look inside your body of water and just eyeball your fish. Okay? I want you to make a good guess on what you think. How many fish do you think are in your body of water? Make a guess. Okay? So you're going to put that amount on this line right here. It says, how many fish do you think are in your population? You're going to record that number right there. However many you think there are. Okay? Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your little cup that represents a fishing net. All right, and you're gonna, don't look, that's cheating. Because you can't look into the ocean and see what you're catching. You're gonna scoop out one full-size cup of goldfish, and you're gonna lay it out on your paper. Okay? You're gonna count how many fish you have. If it's just a tiny little head piece, then you can just eat it. Okay, we'll put it to the side. You're gonna write that number on the pink line. Count how many fish you caught. And then write it on your pink line. Alright, and then you are going to take a marker. It can be a highlighter, it can be an expo marker. And you're going to make a mark on this fish. Now, if you want to be able to eat these goldfish, I suggest you make the mark on the tail, so then you can at least eat the head off, so you're not eating the marker. That's up to you. Okay? You're going to do what you want. Okay? But you're going to mark it so that you can see a dot or something on your goldfish, on those goldfish. We're calling this tagging. So people really do this. They go out and they tag fish or whatever wildlife. Okay, so you want to tag every single fish that you caught. We'll do it quickly. Tag every fish that you caught. Once you have finished, you have to put a mark on every single one of the fish that you caught. That's why I said leave it laid out. Once you are done with that, you're going to return your fish back to the water so that they stay alive. We don't want our fish to die.
I want my fish to die.
They're grasping for air.
That's how you eat it.
Yeah. All right, return them back to the water. It's taking a while to tag your fish.
I got 22 fish.
Oh, poor fish.
I have 11.
I got 20.
I got 7.
All right, return your fish back to the pond.
I think I tried to go wrong.
Fish is not fishing.
All right. Return them all back to the pond quickly.
Oh, get burned before they die.
Quickly.
Okay.
Let me just stick my hand in the water.
All right, and then once you return them back to the pond, you're going to shake. You're going to let the fishies swim. Just keep swimming. Swimming. What can you do? And stop.
I don't want to break my fish.
Okay? And so now your fish have swim all around the world and all around the pond, and they're all mixed up. So now you're going to take your net once again and make another scoop. Capture some more fish. Without looking, capture some fish, and you're going to spread them out. Not with your fist full of hands, just the ones that are in the cup. Quit rigging the system. That's a bias sample. Alright? You're gonna sort them by tagged and not tagged.
Tag.
And you're going to pay attention to this. You're gonna record. This is your first sample. You're gonna record how many fish had a tag, and you're gonna record how many fish you caught in all. So right here, how many did you tag? Or how many were tagged, and then how many total fish did you catch?
Including the tag?
Including the tag, the total amount of fish, tagged and not tagged. So like, I could say I have like 5 that were tagged and 23 in all. Then you're going to return your fish back to the water, and you're going to do it all over again. And you're going to do that a total of 5 times. Okay?
Tag, fish.
Now look up here real quick. Once you finish filling this out, you can come, or you can do it as you work. It doesn't matter. You're going to fill in, you're going to convert this to a percent. So you've got your part over your whole. So I would do 5 over 23. And I would convert that to a percent. Round it to the nearest whole percent. Okay, so 5 over 23 converted to a percent for me is about 22%. Okay, and then you're going to record, you're going to do a ratio box, part to whole, part to whole. This is my sample, so my part over my whole. This pink box, the part of the total population that are tagged. How many fish did I have tagged? I'm going to say I had 15 tagged. That goes there. I need to figure out, if that's the case, then about how many fish are in my whole population. That's what your X is going to tell you. That's the number you're looking for. Okay? You're going to do all of that first. Okay? Go.
My dyslexia is kicking in.
Put them back in the bag and then shake, shake, shake. Capture another sample. Okay? That's what you're going to do. So you can either collect all your samples first and then do your math. That's probably what I would do. When you've captured all your samples, okay, you need to then count how many total fish are in your bag and record that number here. Then you can eat your fish. Don't eat the fish until after you have counted how many total fish are in the bag. And then you can do all the math. Okay?